Hey guys, it's Cynthia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a simple but effective AM skincare routine. So I know there are a lot of products always being released on the market and people in articles telling us that we need to be putting all these things on our face, but at the core of it, I think there really are only 3 products or steps that we should be focusing on in the morning. So I'm going to go into detail about what these core steps are and then just supplemental treatments and products you might want to incorporate depending on your skin needs. So the first core step of your AM skincare routine should be cleansing. And in the morning, you honestly can get away with just cleansing with just straight water and just rinsing off your face. This is because if you really think about it, you're just sleeping for the night before and you really don't have all that much to be washing off. However, if you want a little bit of a deeper clean, you can definitely use a hydrating gentle cleanser. I would stay away from anything with active ingredients or anything that just leaves your face feeling like squeaky clean, because what that's really doing is just stripping your skin versus hydrating it and nourishing it. So the second essential step in your morning skincare routine should be moisturizing. And moisturizing is super important for everyone, no matter what your skin type might be. If you have oily skin and you find that you tend to get shiny or have a lot of extra oil buildup throughout the day, you still want to moisturize, but I would recommend you opt for more of like a water or gel cream. So it's a little bit lighter, but you're still getting that regular hydration. If you find that you have more dry skin and you need a little bit more help taming the dry patches or irritated areas, I would recommend something that might be a little bit more emollient or just a little bit more rich, because that'll definitely target those areas and make sure you don't get any extra crustiness throughout the day. Using a moisturizer is also super important because it really helps to lock in any additional skincare layers you might have applied underneath and just kind of seals the deal and helps make the other products work more effectively throughout the day. And finally, the last thing you really need to be incorporating into your skincare routine in the morning is an SPF. So there are a lot of different sunscreens out there, both physical and chemical. I plan on making a separate video for all my favorite sunscreen recommendations, but generally speaking, you just always should be wearing SPF every single day, whether it's raining or cloudy or super obviously bright. It's super important to make sure you're wearing sunscreen or some sort of SPF because UV rays are very sneaky, and either way you'll probably be getting some sort of exposure to them and you want to make sure you're protected. On top of that, UV damage is primarily what's responsible for a lot of like signs of aging and sunspots, premature wrinkles, and just a lot of bad things like skin cancer. So you just really want to make sure you're finishing off your skincare and applying a strong SPF before you leave for your day. I would say you want to stick with a minimum SPF of 40 and then ideally 50 and up, which might sound excessive, but it's really necessary, especially if you don't get a chance to regularly reapply throughout the day. So at a very high level, those are the 3 essential core steps slash products that you should be including in a morning skincare routine: cleansing, moisturizing, and SPF. However, I know everyone's skin is different and you might have different needs, and that's where you can start incorporating a few other steps or products to specifically target those. One step that I like to include in my AM skincare routine is toner, and toner fits in right after cleansing and before any additional serums and moisturizers. So toner is really good because if you choose the right one, so nothing with alcohol or any irritating ingredients slash fragrances, it can have a lot of antioxidants and provide a lot of extra hydration to your face. And on top of that, toner is also really good at balancing your pH levels. A lot of times after washing your face, even if it's just with water, you can shift the pH levels on your face. Adding in the toner will help kind of guide it back to its natural acidic state. Like cleanser, I would probably opt for a toner that doesn't have active ingredients because that might be a bit irritating, and instead focus on ones that are more hydrating or brightening. If you want, you can also think of toner as kind of a pore prep step in your routine. If you want to think of your skin as a dried sponge, obviously if you put any soap on it, it probably won't absorb very well. So it would work a lot better if it's a little bit damp so it can absorb all of that. So if you want to think of your skin as being that dry sponge. Think of toner as the water that you'd want to put on to help the other products absorb better. After toner, another step that you can include to treat your specific needs are serums. And there are a lot of different serums out there, all targeting different things, but the first serum that I would recommend you might want to incorporate into your routine is a hydrating serum. And that's because our skin can always use a lot more hydration, whether you think it does or not. It definitely needs it. So what I would recommend incorporating in is actually a hyaluronic acid serum. Hyaluronic acid is super moisturizing, and what's really good is that it really works well with other products, and it'll help them be able to penetrate deeper into the skin and just make for a greater absorption. And it's really good for all skin types. You can leave it at that, but there are also a few other serums that you can incorporate if you want to do a little bit more. I would recommend probably no more than 2 additional serums, because afterwards it'll just be a lot of layers, a lot going on, and it honestly might not be as effective as a more simple routine. Some other serums you might want to consider incorporating into your skincare routine are a vitamin C serum, which is really good for brightening and just lightening any hyperpigmentation, and just in general it's a great antioxidant, so you might want to include that. If you have more acne prone skin, you might want to try incorporating a niacinamide serum. Like I said, that's really good if you're experiencing acne or just have a lot bigger pores and texture. Another serum you might want to incorporate if you have more acne prone skin are just BHAs, such as salicylic acid. Those are again really good for targeting blemishes and pores and just texture in general. So now, having said all of that, your skincare routine might end up looking something like cleanse, tone, serums, X, Y, and Z, and then moisturize. So that's the order that it should be going in. What I also like to include in my skincare routine is also just a good lip balm before I head out. Your lips are still very much part of your skin, and you want to make sure they're getting the same kind of love. So what I like to do is just make sure my lips are exfoliated regularly, and I like to apply a nice thick lip balm that'll keep them hydrated throughout the day. If you can find one with SPF, that's actually even better. So those are my personal recommendations for products that you might want to incorporate into your AM skincare routine. These are just the steps and things that I've found have worked well for my skin, and obviously a lot of the steps I mentioned were optional, but remember, at the core of things, cleanse, moisturize, and SPF for the morning. I plan on doing one of these for building a PM skincare routine, so keep your eyes out for that. And like I said, I'll also be sharing my favorite sunscreens, especially now that it's gonna be summer soon, even though we have been indoors for quite some time now, but that's okay. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to get back to you guys. And let me know if there's anything you want to see from me, and I hope everyone's staying safe. Feel free to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!